guys, it's AeroDZ here bringing you another video, and today I thought I'd make a video on how to use Sony Vegas Pro as requested by Xcool on Discord. But I'm going to cover a lot of the things that I use frequently on all my videos, and or that I frequently would use, but because I just don't make montage and stuff like that. But I know a lot of the APOC community, which my channel kind of follows, likes doing montages and things like that. So we're gonna quickly cover some of the things that I frequently use. So the first thing is properties. These are my settings that I go by. If you want to just look at them, switch this to best. But we're just going to go 30 frame rate. If you'd like 60, you can always do 60 right there. But I'll just do the normal 30 FPS. Then we have audio, just simple. Just put that best, why not? And just nothing really else. I don't really change anything and apply. So next you can press new. This is just making a new thing. I am rendering a video in another tab, but you want to click this little open icon and then you can put your clips in. So for instance, I can take this clip I took. Let's just put in a random one. This is me trying my attempt at making an outro, but it wasn't really the best. Alright, so I'm going to quickly blaze through this, but basically you add your intro, and then you can just drag it across. If you'd like to split, you click and then you press S on your keyboard, and you can press the delete key on your keyboard to do that. Now the things for like montages and stuff that's really cool is adding color correction, adding that and then just turning it a certain color. You can see it kind of changes the look of it. I wouldn't change it too much because it'll just look ugly if you do that, but just changing it a little bit might make all your videos kind of look cooler. And of course you can always take your preset that you made, name it like what I always use or something, and then just save it. Another thing that's really that I'd like to cover is animation, and I'll cover this with blur because it's like the easiest thing. So I'm just going to kind of split right here and add this kind of blurred spot. You can right click and press new video track, but I'm going to drag the default Gaussian blur in there, and I'm going to change it to 0.4 or 0.04, and then you go right here, you can see it's blurred. So what I frequently like to do is I'll maybe like put some text right here, or you can put like I don't know, just you talking and it like fades in or something. How I do that is you click these little watch icons, but what you want to do is click this little icon. It's off by default, but it is the best thing ever. There's no reason you should have that off at all times. It syncs it to where, based on where you click, it changes it on the timeline right here, which is absolutely essential. There's no reason you should have not. My first montage, which I unlisted on my channel, I didn't know about that icon, and it was just so terrible, effects flying everywhere, and it didn't even line up with any of the kills. But of course, when you do this, you can change it. So what you want to do is you can go right here, add a keyframe, then go to the end and go like this, and essentially what that does is throughout the whole video clip right here it will remain blurred, and then as soon as it gets to this point it'll slowly fade down into nothing. So you can just check that out right now. Forgot to mention, if you're looking to save, you go to save as. Just because I add the color corrector, it is laggy, so I will remove that. And it should work now. Forgot to mention, if you're looking to save, you go. Oh yeah, it did it. I need to move it over so you can see kind of more of what it did. Forgot to mention, if you're looking to save, there you go. It like slowly fades out. Because I'm recording, it's kind of laggy. But nevertheless, that's how you do it, and it looks really professional. Adding intro at the start, intro at the end. Another thing I'd like to cover is fading. So you can fade the audio and the video at the end simply by putting it in the top right and then dragging it over, and it will just to fade the video and this to fade the audio. Now if you don't want to use the audio in your video clip, you can press U. It will break it apart from the clip, and then you can just delete it individually if you just want the clip. So that was a speedy tutorial of everything I use. Then we're just going to cover over render settings, of course, and this is my template. We go with 30 frames per second, 50 to 40, or 50 million to 40 million. That's like the best top tier stuff. And then we render with this. Now by default it's use CPU only. Go to system, press check GPU, and if it has something that's available, AMD cards have OpenCL, and if you have a NVIDIA card, it is CUDA. If you don't have any of those, just use CPU. It's not really that bad. I render with my CPU sometimes if I feel like it, just based on if I'm playing if I want to play a game while I'm rendering or not. If you render with your graphics card, it will pretty much make it really hard to play games, especially if you have like one of the better computers and you're trying to play a better game. Audio, I just keep it the same. Project, make sure this is on best, or else your video will come out really ugly. So absolutely make sure it's on best. There's no reason ever you should put it on good or preview or draft. Nothing. Always on best. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know. That is the simplest stuff. I'm going to press cancel to that. But yeah, this is pretty much the simplest stuff to get you into this program. Play around with all these different effects because they're really cool. Make sure to check out plenty of other tutorials online because there's tons of people that cover each plugin in depth and can really show you what you do with it. And yeah, so hope this helped you guys, and see you guys later.